for today's cup of coffee, I have a question. That is,
what?
Is humanity doomed? Or is it just a matter of natural selection and sometimes it's a little slow?
Sometimes it's buffering a little bit. It's waiting. It's got a bad Ethernet cable. Hold on, they need to fix it a little bit.
I think that's part of the plan that's going on. Kid has been watching these compilation videos.
Fail Army. It makes me happy.
And it's like, people have absolutely no foresight. If I do this can happen, will happen. And some of the things, cell phones are dangerous a lot of times with some people.
Yeah.
And that was just like, they decided that it was a good idea on some of them when they were having really bad weather to get up close to windows with a cell phone trying to video this stuff. And I mean, I understand.
Hail breaking a window.
It was baseball-sized hail.
Yes, literal
baseball-sized. When it's doing some kind of weather event like that, that is not the time to get up close to a window. And then she was surprised.
You go somewhere that has no windows.
Right. And then she was surprised.
Preferably if you have a basement, that would be best.
Yes. And then to act surprised when one of the hailstones hit the window and broke it. Yeah.
I mean, these poor guys got caught out in it, and it was shattering their windshield.
Yeah, well, now that's different. I mean, as far as if it was an event, a weather event that you weren't aware of, that you had no understanding that it was going to pop up suddenly, which that does happen.
A lot.
And that there was, past day or so, that there were tornadoes and stuff in some of the states below us. And so hail can accompany tornadoes.
Let's hope we don't get any more.
No, I don't think we're supposed to. It's reason to try to be aware.
Because damn, that one town, it got tore the fuck up, and you almost got caught out in it.
Oh, that was 2011.
Yeah.
Which we very, very rarely have tornadoes in this area, and that's a good thing.
Should have been an omen. It could have been an omen.
Well, it's like that was one of those, I normally would go to that little town to get fuel. And that night, I'm like, I really don't feel like driving that far. And so I didn't go. So that's a matter of being attentive to God's voice and direction.
Yes, gut feeling.
Yeah.
That is the gut feeling.
Yeah. But also these people to be in very precarious locations.
And positions.
And then be surprised when they either fall or waves hit them or something like that.
Get hit in the head with a damn skateboard.
There have been so many stories that I have read over the past couple of months. People being on tops of mountains or whatever on these ledges, trying to take a damn selfie and falling and dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
the fuck is up with that?
Right. And even as far as if you see some kind of ice flow, avalanche, landslide, do not stand there and video it.
No.
Get the hell out of the way.
Get the fuck out.
And it's what I was telling you as far as a gentleman that I have listened to over the past few years, and he lives in Florida. And the video was just slightly after when Ian went through, and he was telling people, where other people were encouraging others to move to Florida, usually for political reasons. He had been telling people not to move to Florida.
No.
Because that there are basically 2 interstates in and out of there.
Yeah.
And
you're fucked if those get closed.
Yeah. And so there were a lot of people that had just recently moved to Florida. They had no idea what was going to happen, especially this was a category I think it hit category 5 or close to it when it hit land, which was unusual. Mm-hmm. And he had said that at one point that they had clocked wind miles, 200 and some miles per hour.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's enough to pick up a cow.
Yeah. Much more than that. And that some of the people, when the winds got up to 70 miles per hour, they were calling him, "What do I do?" Because they had decided to be there and ride it out.
It's like, damn it, get in the basement.
What was he supposed to be?
Basement.
No, they had flooding. They had flooding horribly.
Then you can't do shit.
Right.
They're just trapped.
Yeah. So it's like, be aware of your surroundings. Understand that idiots are everywhere. And these things, as far as driving, where
I will never go to Florida again.
No, this was just random things. People doing stupid shit driving. And yeah, we were speaking with someone today that was talking about how dangerous the interstate around here has gotten. And we do have Interstate 81. That's the primary, that is the interstate around here. And it's one of the largest interstates or something.
Yeah, something like that.
On the East Coast or something. And people just going crazy.
Yeah.
Especially some of the semis.
Mm-hmm. It's insane. Like, people do some of the most random shit, and some of the most random shit happens on the road.
And they have upped the speed limit to 70, which means that people are doing 80.
Of course, then again, if people went back to horse and buggy, you know what would happen? Do you not remember the case of the poor guy getting run over by a horse and buggy?
Well,
Trampled.
Another one that's trampled. He got
trampled by a horse and buggy. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen?
Well, what happens on that a lot of times if the animal gets spooked or whatever. Now, I have seen a horse and buggy wreck before. It's horrifying. The people were in a parade, and I don't know how the animal got spooked, but it did.
In real life?
Yeah. And it's like it took off, and the carriage was, it flinged the people that were in there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The carriage turned over and all that, and yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was spooky. But as far as it wasn't as spooky, you've got a greater chance of surviving that than you do being hit by a semi.
Yeah. I would rather be flung by a horse and buggy. I would rather be in the buggy and get flung.
Right. And one of the stories that I was reading today says that this woman was internally decapitated. And that she was finally able to get the surgery she needed and stuff.
Congrats.
And it's like, okay, how did this happen? And when you read through the story, it said that she was struck, that they were moving, and she was struck on the back of the neck by a ceiling fan. Now,
she was being dumb and stuck her damn head in the fan. That's what she did.
Let's just unpack that for a moment. Okay.
What will happen if I do this?
Ceiling fans are on the ceiling, and depending on how high your ceiling is, and also if you've got the fan at a low speed, it may clonk you. It's happened to kids there quite often. But how high
I had a loft bed. I had a loft bed, okay?
Yes.
That was a logical excuse.
Yeah, when it was never logical for you to have a loft bed. Especially when I'm sitting there going, that's not going to work. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Okay, here you go.
I had it for about 2 years.
Yes, but I tried to talk you out of it for months. But you grown ass, so that, you did what you did.
2 years with that bed.
But anyhow, how in the hell did this happen that she was struck on the back of the neck by a ceiling fan enough to where it caused an internal decapitation?
She stuck her head in the fan. That's what she did. She stuck her head in the fan, except she didn't just been like, wah, like straight up. She tried to go in from the side.
I don't know. I mean, why in the hell was she up there?
What part of she wanted to stick her head in the fan?
I don't think so. I mean, it's like she has a kid. She had a kid, and supposedly she was moving.
If she has a kid, no wonder she stuck her head in the fan.
So don't just read the headlines on these things. Go a little bit deeper than that. But as far as these fails where people, and it is, a kid finds it highly amusing.
I do.
I think it's just so cringeworthy. And I sit here and it's like, my God, I'm going to just, it's the face rubbings because that's
the whole joy of it.
Burns.
That's the whole joy of it.
And these people, as far as thunderstorms.
People do not know how to act in a thunderstorm.
Right, and then they act surprised if the lightning hits near them.
Exploding tree.
Yeah. I mean, it can hit up to a mile away.
Yeah.
There may not even be a storm in your area. And it can hit you. So, again, is this natural selection or is it just a matter that humanity is doomed?
I mean, either way, natural selection is going to take its course. Be it it's going to be done within our, constructs that we have created,
right?
Or it's going to do it the natural way.
I have questions.
Truly,
these videos,
way, like animals ripping you apart and shit.
Well, these videos that amuse you, they make me lose hope in humanity. They really do. In the survival of the species. But
it makes me want to go out and watch the people that do it in real life.
No, because then you know that some of these people are really truly hurt. There is blood, there is protruding bone.
Depends on the...
And then they act surprised. That's the thing that's infuriating.
It depends on the type of stupid. And how far they're going.
And also on some things, people, they have a weight limit on certain things, even chairs, for a reason.
Cardboard does not make a chair.
Believe that those things at the weight limit, accept reality. That can prevent injuries.
I ain't ever going on one of those damn rides again that lift you up. Now you talk about weight limit. I wish I was overweight. I wish I was either underweight or overweight to go on that thing. But they didn't check weights. They just checked if you were barely high enough.
Yeah. Well, that was like that one that...
tall enough, not high enough. Damn, that would have been better.
The size -1 woman that was out in the high winds, and she was holding on to the signposts.
Holding
and all
on to
that
the
stuff.
damn... Hanging on to it for dear life because you knew if she let go, she would have flew.
If she was a size -, she should have never been out in high winds.
She should have had a damn string attached to her.
We have determined that I can be an anchor for 2 or 3.
Yes.
Using my pudge for the purposes of good. But it's like, don't do that. People going out here in a sidewalk or whatever, being icy. And then going out and falling.
Driveway, stepping out of the car. Watch where you're stepping.
Well, it's like they'll see one fall, and then they'll go out and do the exact same thing. Why?
Maybe it's a subconscious FOMO. They want to get hurt too.
They don't want to be left out.
They don't want to be left out, so they're going to get hurt too.
And maybe it's what it was, is that I've never been part of the crowd, never wanted to be part of the crowd. Just to sit back. A kid was telling me, he's like, you take these things, you think too much about this stuff.
Some of them, yeah, you do. You go, it ain't that deep. Ain't that deep.
But see, I do. It's like, okay, we know they're hurt. How badly are they hurt?
Ain't that deep all the time.
Could this have been
for a bystander?
prevented?
For a bystander, it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep for a bystander.
I'm telling you, I would make a wonderful employee for OSHA. I really would. Except that I would look at them and go, y'all be a dumbass. If you can prevent something, why would you not?
Well, Johnny fell through the ceiling again. Okay, this 5th time this week.
Oh, yeah, that was one of them. It was another house that was hail. These huge baseball-sized hailstones, and they're standing there videoing it going, oh, look, it's coming through the ceiling. Well, hell, you're in the same room. Move to where it's not going to hit you. Because if it's going through the roof, if it hits your skull, it's going to crack, and then there'll be one less.
Idiot helmets for all. The retard helmets.
Oh my God. And
it's the helmets that you strap on to the poor retarded children.
Bless them. It just astounds me. It really does. And you see these people and you're like, are these people in public? When I'm in public, I'm like, are you one of those people? But honestly, most of the older people are not those people.
Bullshit.
Because they survived. They survived.
Barely.
It doesn't matter.
They do stupid shit just like us.
Well,
all the time.
The one time that I was sitting in the hospital parking lot and I see this old lady and she was toddling and oh God, she was just barely making it. And then there was one that you knew was the daughter because, you know, similarities, and she was just creeping along too.
Barely.
They had this large vehicle, and it was the little old lady that was the driver, and I'm like, oh God, this is why I stay in the house.
Aunt pulling out a store ended up in the middle of the damn median in the damn highway, whatever road, whatever. How'd I get here? Didn't know how she ended up from the parking lot to the median.
And it's like, you know, this stuff is scary. It is scary. It may not be paranormal or supernatural.
In the shopping and the fucking shopping go-karts in Walmart.
They'll run your ass over. They really will.
Yes.
That and the pudgy people, they will run you down.
Excuse me. Pardon me. They doing the fucking hip sway, bumping people out of the way.
And a lot of them are angry. Why are they angry?
It's that stank face. It's got the power to it to be like.
And it's like, you know,
maybe they shot themselves. I don't know. Would you be angry too if you couldn't wipe your ass?
Well, yeah, I guess I would. Maybe they're irritated to
shave. They shave. They all need baby powder. They upset because they always out of stock on their brand of baby powder.
And I don't think it's just me that is sort of horrified.
Boxes.
You really? That's sort of horrified at the way that the behavior of people. The behavior.
Why are you horrified? People are people. People are stupid.
Like I said, it has grown exponentially. It really has.
Well, you ain't one of them, so sit back and enjoy the fire.
We were talking with a trained professional today, and her observations were the same as mine.
No
so
shit.
That validated me.
No shit.
Because kid will sit here and look at me a lot of times, and it's like, oh, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, what? It's like we ain't involved. Leave them be.
It's hard. It's hard when you to tell somebody, it's like, look, this is dangerous. This is what you need to do to keep yourself safe, to keep others safe, and watch them just go hell-bent.
As adults.
And just watch them go hell-bent. Well, it's like this internal decapitation. She had a child. She has a child. Now, what's that child going to grow up to be like? See? I can't be the only one.
I wish I could say what I want to say.
Put in the comments, or, you know, if it's just me, if you want to go, Orlando, it's just you're overthinking it, youngest kid is right.
That deep.
Or if you have the same experience as far as observation. See, we know that our people that subscribe to us, they're not the stupid people, or they wouldn't be here. That is true.
I'm part of Smooth Brain Gang, and I'm here. I've been drug along.
You're an active participant. That's the
Smooth Brain Gang. I'm the only one.
No, because I would usually, if you were going to do something stupid, I would be going, do you understand that if you do this, this could happen? Now, I gave you
You're right.
choices.
I don't tell you about the stupid shit I do, because you don't need to know the stupid shit I do. You don't need the ways I have hurt myself.
Well, you know.
You don't need to know the stupid things I have done to embarrass myself.
At this point, like I said, you're 23 years old. You're a grown-ass man.
Exactly.
What you do is on you. But the thing is, if you get hurt, then that affects the rest of us. It does. Not only you. It affects the rest of us.
Mom, I sprained my ankle, hobbled my way to the road, then got chased by a damn dog and wrecked my bike again, and the double sprained it.
Yes.
I think I can handle myself.
And who was it
I ate shit in front of a damn truck by hitting a mailbox.
But who was it that called the doctor, got you to the doctor, ordered the boot, got you in the boot, had to sit there and remind you, get in, put the damn boot on?
Who slammed their car into the side of the mountain?
That was you.
Exactly. Let me do.
Oh, that horrible, horrible day.
I wrecked.
He called, and he's like, Mama, I wrecked. And I'm like, and then there the car was, the wheel up under the wheel well, just right in the middle of the road. And there were idiots that tried to go around the vehicle. Police standing there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if it's just me,
I'm part of the stupid, so it doesn't affect me.
Somebody can say, Orlando, it's just you.
Smooth brain gang.
If you had, I want to
someone's
read
fence. How many stupid shit I wrecked in someone's yard as well.
Your observations are appreciated. It's like I was standing there in the kitchen that one day, and it's like I'm like, kid, there's black ice. Be careful. You've got to watch out for that. There were still other patches of ice. I was sitting there getting a cup of coffee. Saw him pull back up in the driveway, and I'm like, So he had gone down the road maybe a quarter of a mile or something. He hit black ice. He went down in somebody's yard. I don't know how in the hell he missed those trees.
Because I'm due for that shit. Because believe it or not, I got dead cat instincts.
And then he somehow got up out of that, because it's a low-lying area. There was snow. I don't know how in the hell he did that, but it was just like, okay, well, that you had had that bumper for maybe 2 months. Which he has no bumper now. It sort of looks like it's got vampire fangs, but that's all right.
And I got flaps dangling on the bottom of it. I don't know how to fix those.
It's not just Gen Z. It's really not. There are still some of the millennials that are doing some of these things. I really believe that some of the computer stuff, the cell phone stuff, has rerouted neural pathways. There have been studies done that do suggest such. But if you're going out on vacation and you want to, as far as the waves or whatever, okay, enjoy the waves. Don't be a dumbass and stand there and watch the waves knock you down while you trying to get a selfie. Nobody cares about that shit. No. It'll be up on whatever.
No, I'll just be standing there minding my own business and let the wave knock me down and drag me into the ocean.
My God, it just
in the middle of the ocean. I'll be floating there.
And like I said, is it natural selection?
Yes.
Or is it just that we are doomed as a species? Doomed.
Miss Bitter's doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Doomed.
So this was a freeform rant, but
I've
do you all watch these
I'm floating
compilations and such and enjoy them? And it's just like the horrific drivers. These people just driving along. That was the footage that they had from the motorcycle. This was in California a couple of days ago. Guy was there at the stoplight. Thank God he had one of the cameras on his motorcycle or whatever it was. He was waiting for the light. There was a truck coming the opposite lane. The truck was doing what it was supposed to be doing. All of a sudden, this black SUV, which was stolen, hits the pickup truck, turns it sideways, and then as the truck, of course he had no control of it, the bed of the truck hits the motorcyclist.
Squishes him?
No, it actually didn't kill him, but he now has to have a GoFundMe page because he had 9 broken ribs. He had other, horrific things, and apparently no way to pay his bill. So what was wrong with the dude that stole the car? Like, what? Was he drunk? No, he was just a thief.
He was just trying to get the fuck out of there as fast as he could. That's what he was trying to do.
There have it's like, are we doomed as a species? There have been quite a few things as far as people stealing vehicles. There was some kind of TikTok thing that showed people ways that they could sort of hotwire a car. Yeah. So you had people that were stealing vehicles, doing reckless things with them. If they wrecked them, it didn't matter.
You missed the whole Devious Licks era of TikTok.
What was that?
Okay, so these people in like schools or whatever, they were stealing shit. Like people stole like soap dispensers. One stole a toilet. It wasn't a toilet. It was a urinal.
Oh God.
I think it was it was either urinal or a sink. And
these people were in school?
Yeah.
You know what needed to be?
Bathrooms, stall doors were gone.
What they needed to do, their punishment should have been that they needed to clean the bathrooms of that school and some of the surrounding schools for a year or 2.
Yeah.
To replace whatever stupid.
Stole pencil sharpeners, be it the ones that were like installed on the walls or...
There needs to be...
office chairs, anything you could think of.
There needs to be consequences for actions.
Yes.
And that's with the stupid. There are always consequences. But unfortunately, they drag others into their stupid. Now, that guy on the motorcycle, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. And he still got hurt.
Yeah.
So
the truck was doing what it was supposed to be doing. And then the one in the black SUV was the one that was the idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I don't stand near stupid. I try not to get away. I try to get away and avoid the stupid. Yeah. Which is why I just sit here at the house a lot. When I have to go out, I am hype. That's where the PTSD can come in handy. When you are hyper vigilant, you can make that work for you. It's okay. It's okay. But, yeah, let us know in the comment section whether you think that maybe we have just been hit with the spirit of stupid. There is such a thing. There is such a, it is a dark entity that is the spirit of stupid. I think that thing is out in force.
That's why you just let them do their thing and you just ride the fucking waves. You be that buoy on that line and just float.
It's very hard to see somebody doing something stupid, knowing what the consequences are going to be, and not say anything. No, I can't do that. You find zen
in watching the people just
I can't do
be
that.
Stupid.
I don't have it in me. It's like trying to pull somebody off of a railroad track with the train coming and
them crawling back on.
Yeah, in some ways it is. But at least I will have a clear conscience that I tried.
Sometimes it ain't meant for us to try.
No, I think it's always meant for us to try. You can't just turn a blind eye to that.
Seriously. Sometimes we just ain't meant for that.
Well, if I'm not
sometimes it ain't for us.
It won't be put in our path.
It ain't for anyone.
Well,
even if it is put in our path, it ain't for us. It's meant for us to see, but it ain't for us to like.
It is to try to do something about it.
Bullshit.
I believe that. I
Bullshit.
Truly do.
No, not all the time.
Anyhow, it very much could be a demonic force. The spirit of stupid.
I think that's just humanity.
Do you have a final thought on this?
I think that's just the baseline of humanity. Like, that's in our genetics.
We have seen people that have done some brilliant things. Each individual can do wonderful, kind, brilliant things. They may not know that they can do them. They need to be taught and encouraged to do them. He's not believing me.
Ain't that deep.
Yeah. If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, your encounters with the stupid, if you would like to encourage me and go, Orlando, we're not doomed. We're not doomed.
We ain't.
Don't be black-pilled. Don't be a doomer. you know, then
humanity's gonna run its course just like it always has.
Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And Leo King has been warning about December the 7th. There's going to be like some kind of weirdness where Mars will be eclipsed.
And what is that going to do to people?
I don't know. That was what he was going into, some of that hardcore astrology, and I'm like, dude, just cut to the chase and tell me what it means.
And what was it?
I haven't finished the video yet. It's about 3 hours long.
How the hell?
Anyhow, email will be in the description box. I may put a shot of Captain Morgan in my coffee tonight. Yeah. Because sometimes you need just a little something to take the edge off. Just a little bit.
Xbox Minecraft. There's this 360 edition.
Yeah.
Without the updates.
Do your spiel.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved. Like I said, we believe in y'all. Anybody who's subscribed and listens to these, you all are the chosen ones. And you are loved and appreciated.
That's what they are, the chosen ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Smooth brain gang. Smooth brain gang. Smooth brain gang. We got cookies and stupidity. And it's fun.